The question I asked. My question was, how many legs does he walk upon? 2 or 3? 2 or 3?
None. The sun doesn't walk on legs.
But you know, answer my question that I asked. Why are you asking another question?
How can I answer you? Because I don't know. I don't know how.
2 or 3?
I can't. How can? Do you want me to make you happy? He walks on 2 legs.
You know, you realise my question.
What's going on? You're very popular. Yeah.
As you realise, Michael, the question that I asked, you know, it's not a meaningful question. The reason being, the question has some underlying assumptions which are faulty. The sun doesn't have legs. So the question of having 2 legs and 3 legs, I don't need to even answer that because the question is faulty. It's a rhetorical statement because a question to be a meaningful, valid question, it has to be free from these internal contradictions. Because the sun doesn't have legs, and you say, how many legs does it walk upon?
No, you said that, not me.
I did. Do you know why I said that?
No, I don't
know
why you said it.
I'll tell you, because the question that you asked me, or the statement in inverted quotes with that question.
I asked you a question, who created God?
I am answering now. Your statement of who created God is not a meaningful question. I'll tell you why.
What?
I'm telling you exactly why.
So time doesn't exist then? Time doesn't exist.
Michael, I'm answering. I'm replying. In our concept...
Yeah, in your opinion.
I'm not talking about time, I'm talking about your question.
Okay, in your context, you said.
In our concept of God...
In your concept of God.
In my concept of God, God has always been there, didn't have a beginning of existence. So the question of being created by someone else while this creator was not in existence is as meaningless as sun having 2 legs when the sun doesn't have 2 legs in your concept. So you cannot ask me a question like, who created the God who is not created? Is that a meaningful question?
No, I didn't say that. I said, who created God? What became before God?
Okay, I'm answering.
And just tell me something. Let me ask you another thing, right? Apparently the scientists say that the sun that keeps the whole planet Earth going has got an infinite time. It will, after a few billion years, will extinguish. Yeah. Right?
Finite time.
I mean, okay, finite time.
Yeah, I agree.
Would you agree with that?
Of course.
So what's God going to do about that?
God's plan. That's God's plan already.
God's plan.
Right. So let's come back to your question. So,
how do you know it's God's plan?
That's a different question. Let's come back to your question. Who created God who is not created? Let me ask you that question and see how you answer it. Who created God who is not created?
I haven't got a clue. I don't believe in God. I told you, I do not believe in God. I don't believe that God exists.
Is my question meaningful?
I think it's just an invention of Homo sapiens.
Michael, I understand what you're saying.
To control the world, politics, money, politics. That's what I believe.
We will go to this.
Opinion.
We'll go to this. But the moment when somebody asks a question, who created God that is not created, is that a meaningful question?
Who created God that is not created?
Yeah. It's not a meaningful question. It's not a meaningful question.
But you're telling me God is created. So
No. We don't believe God is created. We don't believe. We believe God is not created. Always there.
Always there?
Yeah. That's our concept.
So you don't believe in time then? There was no before. You don't believe in history. You don't believe that Muhammad was... What was his... He was born in 600 or something.
Time is a characteristic of our reality. We are in time. Do you not agree we are in time?
Of course we're in time,
yeah.
Time is passing very quickly.
Yeah, we are agreeing. You're 73, I'm nearly 60 almost, right?
Time,
not too long.
The weeks fly by.
So now, the existence of suffering or not suffering does not automatically prove or disprove the existence of God. We need to now have other arguments against God or for God. That's what I'm addressing you. So now, the physical laws that I talked about for a reason. Because you and I know they exist, physical laws.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Right. Physical laws are not conscious. They don't have a will. So how do physical laws, which are abstract things, make things, manifest things in action, in concrete things? Like law that says attract and attract, it's attracting. If you have a magnet, another magnet with opposite poles, you will see how they're attracting. But if I just write this equation, of attraction on a piece of paper, that equation on a piece of paper cannot do anything. It's just abstract thing that you've written on a paper. But the physical laws that are in reality, they exert its effect on reality. How can they do that if they're not conscious and having a will? For example, let's talk about will now. If I don't have a will, can I move? If I don't have a will to move, can I move? No. I can't. So these physical laws, if they don't even have a will to exert its action into effect, it will not happen. But the fact that the matter is, the laws exerts its action into effects, demonstrating that they have a will and consciousness. Now, are you going to say physical laws are conscious, or entities who has will and says, okay, let it happen? You are giving physical laws the attributes of Creator, God. Which one makes sense? Physical laws being God, or the universe which was brought about by something, that thing can have consciousness and will? Does it make sense?
Not to me.
Why not?
Sorry, not to me.
Tell me, where is the difficulty?
Okay, so you're getting so complicated for me. I'm a simple man, basically.
I am too.
You're talking all this complication. I'm just saying, I'm 73 years old. I have never seen any evidence in all my life. I believe in being a good person. I've never seen any evidence in all my life.
I'm sure you're a good person too.
I believe in honesty and all that. I have never seen any evidence that God exists. That's all I'm saying.
Have you sought knowledge in your 73 years?
What?
Have you sought knowledge?
Of course I've sought knowledge.
Okay.
Of course. I've read the Bible. I've read all sorts of
Have you read the Quran?
I've read, I find it very difficult, the Quran.
Okay, maybe
very difficult.
It can be difficult in English language. Yes, it can be difficult.
Very difficult.
So when we say, or when you say, Michael,
what is the point of it, though? I mean, it doesn't create. I mean, you know, all religions.
Where are you going to go?
What is the point? But you're not peaceful.
Where is your consciousness?
You fight against each other.
No.
They're all arguing against each other.
Michael. When you and I die, what happens to our consciousness?
Nothing. We go back to the earth. We go. You know, nothing happens. We're finished. We're finished when we die. We're finished.
Brother, if you don't mind, once we die, basically you're saying there is no you.
All over.
It's all over, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All over, definitely.
So you have one life. You have one life.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Who gave us life? Or what gave us life? Your parents?
Of course, our parents. Okay. Yes, of course.
If you and I died as a child, as a baby. If you and I died as a baby, would our parents be able to give life again?
Of course they could, yes.
Same person?
No, never the same person.
So did they have life in the first place to give?
What? But what's that got to do with God?
No. Let's understand who is in really gave us life. Our parents, if they had the ability to give us life, and we died as children.
Oh, but here we go again. You see, you're going into this complicated...
Why is that complicated?
Because it is, because it's got nothing to do with me being able to believe...
Look how complicated bike you are riding.
God, this lovely bike.
It's complicated.
I love this bicycle.
But it's complicated. Look at this. Pedometer, electrifying... Electric. So what I'm saying is, look...
My sister gave it to me. It was a present. Can you imagine?
It's a good bike.
A bloody good bike.
Yeah. What I'm saying is...
Yes?
There are certain things...
Yes.
That we don't need to complicate things. Oh. We know very well that...
You know. I don't know, though.
No. Okay. Disagree with me, so. I know very well that I did not create this planet Earth. Did you?
Of course not.
So you and I know that we didn't create...
I'm nothing. I'm like...
Good.
Nothing.
So we agree here. We have a common agreement. I, me, myself. You, yourself.
We didn't create it, no.
We did not create the Earth, the planets, the stars, billions and trillions of stars.
Yes.
Who did?
Who did?
Yeah. What did?
It was a process of evolution. Billions of years of
You bring in complication. Evolution is complicated.
Evolution. I love it. I mean, when they wrote the Bible, listen to me, when they wrote the Bible, the Jewish Bible and the Christian Bible, they never mentioned dinosaurs, because they didn't know about them.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame.
What a shame.
Never mentioned in Genesis.
I don't believe in these books, right? So we have a common agreement.
Is it mentioned in the Quran? They didn't know about them in the Quran either.
Wait a second.
But now, there's the science they've discovered.
May I ask you one question, Michael?
Still discovering.
Why are you bringing complex evolution in here? Do you not have a problem with...
That's so silly. These
Michael.
Fast cars.
Yeah, I know. Why are you bringing evolution in? It's complex.
Because that's what I believe in, mate.
So now we realize then, it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter if it's complex as long as you can believe in it.
No, I believe in evolution because I can go to the British Museum and I can see fossils I can see skeletons of dinosaurs. I can see. That's what I'm saying. When I started, I just said,
I believe in dinosaurs. Do you?
show me the evidence.
Hang on.
Anyway, listen.
Do you believe in dinosaurs? I do.
Of course I do, because they were
right,
there.
Right.
And I know why they died.
Do you know
because of the asteroid that hit the Earth.
I don't have a problem with that.
Oh, good. That's good.
You see, you and I have more in common than you think that we disagree with.
I just say, I wish, listen, if God, all I can say is if God exists, I wish he'd hurry up and get busy in this world to make the planet a better place.
Okay, look, let me give you something. When you ask for evidence, brother, when you ask for evidence,
yes,
you see, when we get a cut on our hands,
tell me about
what
it.
happens?
They bleed.
And does it continuously bleed, or one time
eventually
a clot forms?
Yes, if we're lucky, yes.
Did you make that clot yourself?
Did I make the clot? No, it's a part of...
Who's making that clot?
The process of the human body.
The processes in your body...
You think it was God?
No, I'm asking you. Remember you asking for evidence? Who has put all these processes that if you have a clot, then all these components in the blood will come together, form a mesh, and then stop bleeding? Who's doing that? Who put that design in there?
Evolution.
Is evolution conscious?
Conscious... I wish I was more clever.
Michael, is evolution clever? Is evolution clever?
Very clever. Unbelievable.
Does it have a brain?
Incredibly clever.
Does evolution have a brain?
I believe, you see, that we came out of the sea. How many years ago did the first creature come out of the sea? That's what I believe in.
I know.
The first creature
that's how you've rationalized your belief system.
A single cell. And over evolution, we developed. I mean, do you believe that once Homo sapiens lived in the trees? Do you believe that, out of interest?
Okay. Let me go back to...
No. I asked, do you believe that Homo sapiens, before, when they were different kind of... do they believe they lived in the trees?
I'm telling you, I don't believe Homo sapiens, which you and I are, lived in the trees.
You don't believe? You don't think we evolved from creatures that lived in the trees?
So let me tell you...
You don't believe it?
Let me tell you why this is a matter of a belief, not evidence.
Oh, it's evidence. No, there's evidence.
Good.
There is evidence.
Okay. Let me share with you some evidence. You know the first cell that was formed from matter?
Yes. There's creatures that lived in the sea.
Okay, good.
And
No.
crawled out of the sea.
Slow down. Because you like evolution, the first cell is alive, right?
Oh, definitely alive.
To remain alive, what you need energy, food.
Yes.
So you need to take in food, right?
Yeah.
How does it take in food? Does it know what food is? It doesn't.
I'm sure they weren't very intelligent, the first creatures.
Right. So what does it do? How does it take food inside?
Well, it must eat it somehow.
It doesn't have a mouth.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I have to look it up.
You believe in it.
More research.
Yeah, do. But you believe in it. So imagine now, somehow it just have this, what we call membranes, right? That surrounds the cell. It just engulfs it, and now the thing is inside. Now, how does it digest and break this thing, which is now going to be food? Does it have the machines inside to break it? You have, for example, now in your body, a stomach,
yes,
the enzymes,
yes,
and it breaks it down, and then you have a kidney that filters the waste product. The cell doesn't have any of that.
Yes,
right?
but it took billions of years.
No, we're talking about the first
cell.
No, you're missing the point, Michael. The first cell doesn't have any of that.
No, of course not.
So how does it deal with this thing that it now thinks it needs food to convert into energy? It doesn't have any of it. How does it get rid of the waste product? Does it even know? Does it have a brain? It doesn't have brains. It doesn't have neurons. The neural network that makes it. They've been feeding you, my friend, all of these things without you challenging this. You are a person who can really challenge critically and say, look, this doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense either. You just realize it doesn't make sense. It doesn't have any of the machines.
So what are you saying? That God gave them the...
Michael, very good question.
Created the evolution.
What we are saying, the whole universe, it cannot be product of nothingness. Nothing cannot create it. It cannot be something that was always there, because if it was always there, unless it's conscious and has a will, nothing would have changed like that. So something must have originated our universe, and that something must possess consciousness or self-awareness and will. That is what we are saying is the originator.
I think the scientists said it was a very lucky coincidence that planet Earth has got, the conditions for human beings to survive. Because there are trillions of planets.
You and I know.
And there's only planet Earth that have the conditions for Homo sapiens, because the combination of oxygen, and the sun, the distance of the sun, that's a very unique situation.
Michael,
apparently.
it wasn't your sister that gave you this bike
It was
as a
my
gift.
sister that
No,
gave
hear me
it to
out,
me.
Michael, hear me out.
My sister gave it to me.
It just popped into existence like that. Would you believe it?
Of course not. She bought it. I was with
Oh,
her when she
wait.
bought it.
Imagine now, you actually came and told me that. It just popped into existence. Can it pop into existence? Just like that?
Okay, I understand. I see what you're
That's what
getting
scientists are misleading. You think the
you're-
universe came into existence like it's one of a chance.
Okay, I see what you're getting at. Anyway, listen, thank you. I better go now.
Pleasure
Nice to
speaking
talk
to you.
you.
You too.
And all the best.
I'm a Muslim.
I'll carry on searching.
Excellent.
If I find
I'm a
you-
Muslim. Would you mind taking a copy of the Quran as a gift?
Oh, very much.
Thank you. Right. Give me a second. He's going to bring it. Okay, I'm going to bring it.
I'd appreciate it even.
Yeah. Because this will tell us in terms of all the things that we're discussing, whether there's a creator or not, what is
I
the
would
nature of this
appreciate
creator.
it, and I'll try.
Yeah.
I'll read it and see if I can learn something.
I really appreciate your appreciation. I mean,
Okay.
It's a pleasure speaking to you.
Okay, well done.
And you take care, my friend.
Thank you very much.
And
Nice to
have
talk
a
to you. All the
healthy
best,
life,
everybody.
healthy life, and good time. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Take care. You're welcome. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.